welcome to the return of Enter the Tomb in Season 6. Thank you all for tuning in live on twitch.tv. I really do appreciate it. We really do appreciate it. Let me introduce myself. I am what you call the Pharaoh. This is the Pharaoh Show. Right next to me, Hacksaw D. We're in the place to be. How's it going, man?
It's going well. It's going well. We got an eventful Xecution Sunday coming up, and I'm really excited to see the results of what these matches have to offer.
Yes. And of course, one of the two guests we have here tonight, the first one is none other than the new XPW Universal Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Evan McCarthy. How's it going, man?
Ooh. Well, quite an eventful night, I should say. I mean, I pinned Vegatron, so that's over with now.
Yes.
Worrying about something now.
Yeah, so and for those of you who do not know, we just came off of a championship match on Anarchy. Evan McCarthy pinned Vegatron to regain the Universal Championship for the second time. This is his rookie year, and now this Sunday, tomorrow night, he's going to walk into Elimination Chamber to defend that title. How are you feeling? What is your instant reaction coming off of that match, winning the gold for the second time?
Well, honestly, for right now, I'm going to say I've done it again. I had doubts, but all those doubts have been silenced now. I'm now holding the belt I'm looking at, the same belt I won the first time. I have now honestly no words to describe for right now, but just to say in a few small things, I'm on top of the mountain again. I've done it.
Yes. So we're going to get into it. We have you for a short amount of time because I know you have to prepare for your big match tomorrow night. We're just going to go over the Elimination Chamber. Xecution Sunday, the longest pay-per-view in our history, starting from Season 1. And now that tradition continues in our 6th season, the Elimination Chamber. Your initial thoughts. How are you feeling going into the Elimination Chamber tomorrow night?
The fact now I have to defend the title of the same belt I won just right after it's over with. Now knowing I have to go just a day away, I guess, from the chamber. Now knowing I have to defend it against 5 people that are probably going to be coming after me directly. First, I know one is Vegatron, so he's going to probably be directly after me. And just for right now, the chamber, I have fear, but I'm pretty sure I hope I'm walking out as champion again. So I don't have to worry about that.
Okay. So let's get into who you're going to be competing against in the Elimination Chamber. First, of course, it's you. You're on top of that list. It's going to be Vegatron. Vegatron has entered that match. You had a clash with him not too long ago. Now he's going to be in that match along with his tag team partner Beatdown. He is also going to be in that match. We have Justin Wilson, the Prince of Swag, Johnny Prince, and Brute. So those are the biggest powerhouses, the biggest names in this league to compete in this match. A lot of them have championship pedigree, a lot of history when it comes to this championship, and they're going to be in this match. So what's your strategy? What's your strategy in this Elimination Chamber match? Are you going to pace yourself? Are you going to strike first, Cobra Kai style? What is your mindset? What is your strategy? Or if you want to reveal your strategy going into this Elimination Chamber?
Really, for right now, I'm just going to pace myself because some of these guys I've faced before. I've seen some of their matches. I have to say they're quite well, but I just don't know if they can go that far to win this title that I hold.
Mm-hmm.
But some of them I know they can go that reach since they've done this. They've won the title, so it's like, what else am I going to see from them? They're going to come into this match 100% ready to go. It's just now, in fact, the same person I beat is now confirmed to be in that match. And a few people I have never faced yet is going to be in the match. So it's like, oh, I better keep my energy as much as I can and then just make sure I don't run out quickly.
All right. So real quick, we're going to go down the list on how you feel or what you think, the strength and weakness, what you observe of each of your competitors, starting with Vegatron. You just had 2 hellacious matches with him. What are your thoughts with Vegatron into this chamber?
Well, just to describe some of the weaknesses I've noticed about Vega, I'm going to say this. He starts off strong, but then it's like you can see when he's going to go for specific moves.
Mm-hmm.
His Vega Bomb, I could see that coming from a little bit of time. Spear, it's a little unexpected sometimes, but then you can see through it.
Mm-hmm.
Just takes a few hits from him to see when it's about to hit you.
Okay.
So I believe that describes it. But that the mandible claw that he had me in on the outside when we were up on the ramp. So I say, as soon as I was coming out, we were on the ground. I literally almost felt like I was not going to win.
And that move is banned, by the way. He's not supposed to use that maneuver in the game. So we just want to make it clear to our league members that it's banned. So yeah, moving on. Beatdown. He's a former Universal Champion. What do you think about him?
Oh, I've only had one match against him, and that was in the number 1 contenders match for the Universal title when Dalton was still here.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta say, I haven't been able to find weaknesses in him yet. But at this time, I'm gonna say I might want to start worrying about him a lot more because there's no telling what he can do when it's for this title that is about to be defended.
Okay. Justin Wilson, the Prince of Swag. Your thoughts?
He's got a lot of potential, I have to say. He's got a lot of things he can work on. Mm-hmm. But one thing I'm going to say, when he hits that AR-15, sometimes they're going to stay down, and there's a chance they're not going to stay down. Mm-hmm. And so he's got to be fully prepared that sometimes AR-15 is not going to work on daily basis, especially when it comes to now a lot of other people here. So I got to work now.
The heart and soul of XPW, Johnny Prince. What's your reaction with him?
The same man I fought when I first when I first defended the title at Lottery, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
He I gotta definitely be worried about him now. He was kind of like, if I could describe, as if he knew what he was gonna walk in against. Because the first time we fought was not when I just won the title, and it was a week after the pay-per-view. It was just a normals match. He caught me. He caught me off guard, but then as soon as I saw it now at Lottery, he was he's got to worry about a lot of things now for me special.
Okay. And lastly, the 6th participant in the Elimination Chamber matches, Brute. What is your thoughts on Brute?
Really, to describe Brute, I really don't know. I have no clue. The past matches he's been trying to run, it seems that like 2 of the competitors have gone missing or just not been there at all to do his job. But he's been trying. I can tell from just watching how you're running the X division is how he's been determined to get this opportunity to climb the rankings. Mm-hmm. But for right now, I don't know what to expect from him directly. I've seen what he can do in only a few matches that he's been in, but after that, I don't know what to expect from him.
Oh yeah, definitely, 100%. Hacksaw D, you've sat there, patiently listening to Evan McCarthy. You haven't had much interactions with him. So what are your thoughts on Evan McCarthy and how you think his mindset is going into Xecution Sunday?
My mindset, or like what I think, right? And like you said, I haven't had many interactions with Evan McCarthy this particular season. But just from listening to him speak now on his mindset going into this Elimination Chamber for the first time here in XPW, I'm not convinced.
Oh.
I'm not convinced. I honestly think he's going to lose. He's going to lose early on, just judging by his opponents that are in this chamber. You got a lot of big guys. You got a lot of veterans in there. You got a lot of guys that are just hungry for titles. And from what I can hear in his voice and his presentation thus far, he's not convincing. He's very happy-go-lucky going into this. He's very just overall, he doesn't know what he's getting himself into. And it's unfortunate. He just got that title back. He just lost it, and he might go down as one of the top paper champions of XPW history.
Oh my gosh.
And I know it hurts. But hey, it's the truth. There's a lot of killers in that chamber. And they're ready to get that title. I know Vega's definitely after it. He definitely wants it back. I know Beatdown, part of Black Ops, both very decorated superstars in XPW history. Always about the title, always about the gold, always about making that money. You got Justin Wilson, Prince of Swag. He's been talking about how he wants that gold from the moment he stepped in. What is it? Hashtag get the strap.
Yep, get the strap.
Hey, get the strap. And then you got Brute, big old guy wanting to make his name known within XPW. People have been running from him. They haven't been running matches with him. His opponents are nowhere to be found because they're just afraid of his presence within the locker room thus far. And then you got Johnny Prince coming off of a loss from the IC title just now. At this point, he's going to either get back up to the top of his former glory, or he's just going to go ahead and fall back into irrelevancy. But Johnny Prince, he'll definitely sneak in when he sees the opportunity to get that gold and get that strap. And one of the first things Evan McCarthy just said, opening statements, was he hopes to remain champion. He hopes that he can keep his belt. He hopes that he can fare a chance against all these opponents in the Elimination Chamber. But the Elimination Chamber, as we've seen before in history, anything can happen. And if you are not prepared, you best believe you will go down in a glorious, brutal fashion. So you asked me about my thoughts. Those are my thoughts.
Okay. Wow. It's a lot to unpack here. He kind of went for the neck there, Evan. What after hearing, that monologue from Hacksaw D, what is your reaction to what he had to say?
I really did not expect less from him. I mean, he's a veteran here. He knows he's been here longer than me. So it's like he knows he's seen this before. He knows it's going to go down. It's just really right now he might be right. But then there's a chance that, like he said before, you really don't know what could go down in the chamber. So it's like something could possibly happen where it's just gone, or there might be possibility that I'm walking out as a champion again. We just don't know. We just got to wait and see.
Yes, we do have to wait and see, but you always got to prepare yourself for success, Evan. And that's the bottom line, pretty much. You need to find that fire in you. If you expect to go in there and survive this chamber and walk out as champion, you need to find that resolve within you. You You need to find that fire within you, and you need to basically push through with the confidence, knowing that you are the champion of Anarchy, the XPW Universal Champion. It's a mindset that you need to have there. And right now, it just doesn't feel like you have that mindset to be successful, or at least hold it.
Yes. So I'm gonna cut that off there because I want Evan to give me his thoughts on the chamber, more on the chamber and what's going on with that. So Evan, you're this is your first year in XPW. You're in this big chamber match. Coleman, he's going into this chamber match same as you, so he has more of a chance to win this than you do. But that's why you're the champ, because you set your own standards, you write your own story, you create your own history. So real quick, I'm gonna have you do a ranking system from most worried at 5 to least worried in the chamber, which is 1. So I want you to rank who would you rank that's currently in the chamber from a worry factor threat level to not so much, to a 1. So give me your list.
To start off, I'm going to say Brute, since really I don't know what to see from him.
Brute, number 5?
Mm-hmm. Because I don't know what to see from. I don't know what I'm going to see from him.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, I'm going to say the second worry thing I have to worry about right now, I'm going to say is Vega at this point. Because as we saw, it's over. It could be over like how it was at when I lost the title, or just anything could happen. Number 3, I'm going to say is Johnny. Johnny's the one I got to worry about now. 2, I might have to say, this is something I never thought I would have to say, but I'm going to say Beatdown, since I only had 1 match against him, and it's like, I hope he does not slip up on this match. Number 1, that's a very...
the only one left is the Prince of Swag.
Yep.
It's number 1. Okay. Is there a reason why would you rank him as number 1?
On my opinion, he has the confidence, but it's like I barely see that. It's like what he's doing, I can see through.
Yo.
When he walks into the ring, all this, but when it's in-ring competition, he's different. But it's like as soon as he tries to go for his AR-15, I can see it coming.
Oh.
Just nothing else to say about it.
Okay. So great words. I appreciate it. We're going to go into the chat real quick just to see, comments or questions that our viewers had that they want to ask you, or things they wanted us to clarify on. So as I'm going through the chat, let's just say Lockstar. That's a good point. Ground finishers aren't banned in 19. Y'all better clarify. Let me clarify for you, Lockstar. Finishers are still banned. The rules hasn't changed. This match has just transferred to 19 for the purposes of connection. Everything in the rule book in 20 applies to 19. So you have to have 100 overall, like in 20. Your ground finishers, can't use them, like in 20. Okay, so until we make that permanent decision to stay on 2K19, the rules remain the same, and ground finishers are a part of that rules.
Next question from Trav Whiffs. Sheesh, D. Are those prescriptions? They are.
We have I Am Midget Bear. Brute is going to destroy everyone. Maybe not. Any comments for Evan McCarthy, the champion? What are your thoughts on the champion, retaining the title? I don't understand it. Do you want him to win? Do you think he can win? What's going on with that? I see no comments, involving the Universal Champion. I mean, I think Vegatron made a comment that he's going to win it, like it's only a matter of time. But that's about it. So yeah. So we're just looking. We're about to close it now because we're going to bring the XPW champion Adrian Coleman in for the show. So is there any parting words for you, Evan?
At this point, really, I have only one thing to say. Death by dishonor.
Death by okay. I'm not gonna even ask you what that means because I just want to see it. I just want to see it in the chamber. So thank you, sir. Viewers, do not go anywhere. We're just gonna take a quick short break. We're gonna bring in our next guest, Adrian Coleman. So thank you for tuning in to Enter the Tomb. We'll be right back. Do not go anywhere. Welcome back to Enter the Tomb. We have our guest here, none other than the XPW World Champion, the longest reigning XPW World Champion in history, 339 days. He is also a Universal Champion, a Tag Champion, a two-time Intercontinental Champion, a King of the Ring winner, a Iceman Classic winner, and the overall baddest dude in online sports. If you didn't know by now, ladies and gentlemen, this is Adrian Coleman. How are you, sir?
Yes, it is. In the flesh. Obviously, as I'm doing usually, I'm doing pretty divine.
Yes. So, I'm winded, giving your introduction, sir. So, you're on the top of the world. You're on top of the world. You did it. You're the man. You held this championship for so long. You're going into Xecution Sunday for the second time, for the second year in a row, as a champion. Last year, you walked out as champion. You know what it takes to beat the chamber. Without going into specifics of your strategies and whatnot, because we're going to get into that, what are your thoughts heading into this chamber?
Truthfully, my thoughts, I don't think I should even be in this match because no one in the match deserves an opportunity at me again. I guess I'm just going to have to go and run through the entire roster in one night as I did last season, Xecution Sunday. And I guess from there, we'll see who can squander themselves an opportunity.
And I do hear that because you have a great 5 competitors. There's a 6th mystery opponent that Hacksaw D will reveal to the world. So, but we're going to go into the list. Okay, and then of course Hacksaw D is going to make that major announcement on who's that mystery opponent. So we have your protege, Jason McCarthy, the United States champion. We have a former Universal champion, Joe West. We have Jaden Mendez. Jaden Mendez. A lot of Jadens in this league. Sean Veneno. There you go. I'm sorry, man. Don't kill me. And a big announcement. A really, really big announcement.
Yeah. That's a good description.
Yes.
That's a good description.
Yes.
Definitely.
That our
Yes, it is.
Carnage GM is going to reveal to us right now.
So I'd first like to start off by saying congratulations, Mr. Coleman. Welcome back to this season once again as world champion. You've made it to 340 days reigning, defending that XPW World Championship. The highest degree of prestige here in XPW. And you've made such a legendary title run. Your resume speaks for itself. You are the man. You are the man that stands on top. But I'd like to say that in my time this season, having the pleasure of being your Carnage GM and making and booking your world title reign, I can honestly say I'm a little bit disappointed. I'm a little bit disappointed. The last 2 pay-per-views, you haven't even defended successfully against the same opponent, an opponent that you've wiped the floor with multiple times in this season and the past season. But for some reason, you just simply haven't been able to get the job done. You did send me a request saying that you felt as though you were entitled to sit this Elimination Chamber out because of you've simply ran through the entire roster multiple times, in which you have. But that was all in the past. This particular season, you haven't even really made that big of an impact, to be honest. That light doesn't seem to be shining as bright as it once was. It's honestly kind of flickering.
Oh my gosh. Hacksaw he just saws at people.
That's why they call me the Hacksaw.
Man.
But, you know, this is your chance. This is your chance to reestablish yourself as the greatest world champion here in XPW history. But as a general manager, and I've been around the block a couple times with this job, I want to book the highest and most competitive matches possible. So that's why the tag team of Phoenix, Jaden Mendez and Sean Venino are in there. You've seen both of them multiple times this season. That's why Joe West is in there, possibly one of the best workers in XPW, a former Universal Champion, Golden Joe. You got Jason McCarthy, your protege, who has established himself as the greatest United States champion this league has ever seen, and has made it very clear that he is coming for your head. And then it brings me to my last secret entrant. You know him very well. He's one of the men that has given you some of the most intense matchups in your career. He's a future Hall of Famer. He's a multiple-time former world champion, and possibly one of the most entertaining wrestlers in XPW history. He's coming back with a vengeance too. And he's so very happy to see you. So without further ado, my final entrant into the Carnage Elimination Chamber for the XPW World title is none other than the biggest draw in XPW history, the biggest moneymaker in XPW history, the big dog himself, Big Money.
Big Money is coming back to XPW. I thought it was someone else, but Big Money, yep. Big Money, yep. He is coming back to XPW and he's going into the chamber. Congratulations. This is a huge announcement. Big Money. I mean, he was last year. You had a match of the year contender at Lottery. This is huge. He's been gone from XPW a little almost a year. So this is huge. Big money is going to be in the Elimination Chamber. This is big. Wow. Big announcement. Big announcement, Hacksaw. Coleman, after hearing all of that, what is your reaction?
Well, first of all, it was certainly unexpected. That is the case with every return and surprise entrant, which I expect from, obviously, Hacksaw as my general manager. However, yes, we did have Match of the Year candidates. Yes, he did push me in certain matches. But in every single one of those matches, every single occasion that Big Money has stepped across from Adrian Coleman, Big Money's come up short.
So you're not worried. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not. Not the slightest bit.
Okay. So we're going to play this little quick ranking game. I played with Evan McCarthy. You're going to rank the people in the chamber match currently. Since you know all the names, you rank them from top to bottom, 5 to 1, best to not so best, most worried, not so worried. Starting at 5, who you ranking?
Well, I'm going to start at 1, and the reason being is I'm going to give number 5 all of the credit they deserve. But I would like to suggest of what you said, I'm worried. I'm not worried. That's not a problem. But for the sake of your game, as you put it, I will rank them according to danger amongst each other. Who is the top of all of the mongrels that are opposed to me in this Elimination Chamber match? Okay, so at number 1, we have Jaden Mendez.
Is your voice cracking, Mr. Coleman?
He's irritated. The fact that he had to subject himself to this Elimination Chamber.
This. It's so interesting seeing him off center like this. The confidence that he's always just been so eager to present to the XPW universe is just, it's breathtaking.
He's angry. He is
so much in distress right now. Is it because of the booking? Is it?
Well, yes, I've already said this is ridiculous that I even have to, as said by Pharaoh here, subject myself to this nonsense. But as I said,
my apologies. Please continue.
Yes. Let me do you the courtesy of this game that you want me to partake in. Number 1, as I said, Jaden Mendez. Why? Because he's so far, even on my worst day, he's been able to draw with me when I'm giving him the time of day to try and prove himself. He can draw with me. You said yourself, I've decimated him on several occasions. He's not even in the back of my mind right now. Number 2.
So why would you draw with him?
Why would I draw with him? Because, as I said,
you did that on purpose?
Let him finish.
Yes.
I apologize, Mr. My champion.
No.
I apologize.
I'll answer with you. I will answer. As the king, you think that being on the top for so long, being in this throne for so long, it can get somewhat boring. So sometimes against my opponents, I'll give them the time of day. I will entertain them to try just see if they could possibly potentially do something. As you said, with Jaden Mendez, that first match, our Iron Man match, I got a fall in like the first little bit of the match, and then I was like, let's give him a chance. Let's give the mongrel, let's give the dog some time to play.
I see.
Yes, then we fought again, Superstar Series. I won the first fall. I won the second fall. Third fall, same thing. I decided to give him a chance. I've been lenient. I've been generous. But there is no draw in an Elimination Chamber. So as for Jaden Mendez, he's just going to fall. Okay. Now, as I said, number 2, that would be Joe West. Joe West, he's inconsistent among things. Sometimes he can be at the lowest point of the card, and sometimes he can be like last season Universal Champion. However, as you saw last season, he lost the Elimination Chamber. He only won after cashing in against someone who had to wrestle for about another, 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes afterward. He came in and he got a little bit of rest, and he was able to get one over Johnny, and then he cemented himself at that point in the card. But at the same time, that wasn't on the same brand as me. So Joe is inconsistent, and for that, as what I've seen so far this season, I will put him as number 2. Number 3, I will choose Jaden's partner, Sean Veneno. Reason being, Sean, I'm not going to lie. For being such a rookie, for being a new face here, I can say I've seen something in him in my 3 encounters with him. He's been able to do more than I expected he would. His debut here, his first day on the main roster as XPW Champion, he defeated Dalton. He pinned him 1-2-3 in the middle of the ring. And then he got rewarded a title shot against me for the sake of the brand split. When he had that title shot against me, when he had the 2 other matches against me, Sean Veneno came up short. Same thing with both Sean and Jaden themselves in a tag match against me and my protege. Which means at number 4, I will put big money. Reason being, as you said, he's been able to push me a bit. He's been able to survive a bit. He's really resilient. That is big money's number 1 trait. He's resilient. But at the end of the day, as I've been saying, there's always a but. A resilient decimation is still decimation. And finally, that leaves number 5. The only other person left in this chamber. And obviously, out of all the competitors in the match, the most dangerous one, aside from yours truly, would have to be the one trained by yours truly. So that would be the United States champion, the longest reigning United States champion, Jason McCarthy. My protege, my left hand.
Okay. That's a good ranking system. That's a great ranking system. So, like I said, we're running out of time. So, real quick, I want to get to the comments just to see what our viewers been thinking about, what they want to ask you, what they, what's on their mind heading into Xecution Sunday. So let's just go to our comment section just to see what's going on with that.
From Trav Whips, within the possibilities of the universe, I can see him walking out champ. Who's another viable threat?
Who is? And I would say McCarthy. I don't think you'll ever admit this, but I think McCarthy's still working for you. In my honest opinion, I think he's working for you. I think, he's still under your thumb. He's just a sleeper agent. As soon as you say the magic word, he's going to snap back into the follower of Coleman and, probably lay down for you. That's just my humble opinion. I have no idea what's going to happen in this match. I'm just throwing out theories.
Okay.
That's just how it is for me. So let's just see anyone else in the comment section.
Comment from Omega Jax. A comment towards Coleman. It's the earrings for me.
Those are godly Gilgamesh earrings. I know that reference because I just watched it last weekend.
They're really beautiful. They are. They truly are.
Yes.
It must be that world champion salary that we're giving you.
Yep. And I wish you could display the shirt, but that AC, shirt, that Adrian Coleman t-shirt looks dope, looks incredible.
It's beautiful.
Yes. And by the way, if you haven't done so already, go to our Twitter page, our Facebook page, shop on publictees.com. Get a shirt, get a t-shirt, XPW shirt, Anarchy, Carnage, Aftershock is on there. You get a hoodie.
And many more to come.
Yep.
And many more to come.
Many more to come. Exclusive, Adrian Coleman merch coming to sales for all the fans out there. So yes, this is the real deal. This is the real deal. Go get the shirts. Go get the merchandise. Get the face masks. You gotta wear face masks out there. We're still in the pandemic. You need face masks. You might as well, go out in style. You know what I'm saying? So go to our social media. You'll see links to our merchandise store. Just make sure you get your merch, get hooked up. And if you want to join, if you want to join us, you know where to go. XPWGaming.com. We're everywhere. Just search us. Google, YouTube channel. It's there. Join us. You can inbox us anywhere you can. Send us a message that you're interested, and we need to see the next Adrian Coleman. It's unlikely, but we would like to see a next Adrian Coleman. While the the current Adrian Coleman is here, because that would be an epic main event. So
let's some more comments real quick.
okay.
One from ECB himself to Coleman. He's sweating. Another one.
What's your reaction with that? You're sweating. Are you sweating?
Coleman looking itchy.
I'm unaware.
And then another one. You can tell who's more spiritual and artistic between Devon and Pharaoh, going off of their background.
I have
a little
one.
Off topic.
I have one. Def Killer 24G. What's next for Coleman after he wins? What is next for you?
The confidence.
What's next for me after
What
I win?
is
Well,
next for you?
as you know, I'm approaching 365 days of the calendar year. And the only other thing that I have left to do, because I've won essentially everything. So what can I do as already at the top? I'm the world champion, the longest reigning world champion, the longest reigning champion. So I can do something that only one other person has done before. ECB has, in one night, one time became Ultimate Champion. He held every single belt at one time, except for the tag team titles, but every single belt at the same time. So there is no more Ultimate Champion than Adrian Coleman.
Very well. Very well.
Well, it is clear you haven't won the United States Championship next, so maybe that's the next on your goal. But McCarthy has that one, so we can see where that leads us. You know what I'm saying? All right, so.
But I do have a prediction for this Elimination Chamber.
Okay.
It may not be tonight, but this Elimination Chamber is going to show the universe, the XPW universe, how much of a mortal Adrian Coleman actually is. People are going to gain the confidence that they know that it is possible to beat him with the right preparation, of course. But at the end of the day, I feel it in my gut, in my soul, that the era of ACO is slowly coming to an end. And that's my final thoughts on that.
Okay, so I
love you though, Adrian. I love you.
I already know you disagree with that. Before we go, we've already asked you what's your predictions of your own Elimination Chamber match. I want to hear your predictions on the Universal Championship Elimination Chamber match real quick, and then we're going to get going, okay? So what's your predictions from there?
The Universal Chamber. Who honestly cares about that match? That really means nothing. But who's in it again? I know Evan is the champion. I'm pretty sure Vega has a rematch. Johnny Prince. Yeah, I forgot he was called royalty. Who else is in this match?
We have
Brutes.
Yeah, Brutes, the Prince of Swag, Justin Wilson, Beat Down, Vegatron, of course Evan. Yeah.
Yes. That's an interesting lineup. Evan, I do not think is going to be walking out as champion, personally, because he seems more compliant with losing a championship and then winning it back, if he's able to. And I don't think that this early on he'll be able to walk out of that match the winner. Vegatron, I don't think he'll win either, solely because he's been winning and losing things constantly on a repetitive cycle all season. Jonathan Prince, he's not going to win 2 chambers in a row. Brutes, I have no idea where Brutes even been or who he is, so you can rule him out. And I guess that would leave Justin Wilson and Beatdown. Justin Wilson does talk with confidence. I'll give him that. Does he really have it?
No, I don't think so.
We'll see. But I think Beatdown will end up coming out the winner with his experience and work ethic and somewhat consistency compared to everybody else.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So thank you, Mr. Coleman. Good luck to you in your chamber match. Evan McCarthy, if you're still here, congratulations to you for winning, and good luck to you in your chamber match. This is going to be a big night tomorrow. Please watch out for links for the match on our Twitter, Facebook, possibly Instagram. Just look out for them because we're going to get started. You're going to know the results immediately as soon as they have concluded. So make sure you follow us, like this video, comment. Thank you. I appreciate it. Follow us wherever we are. We're blowing up. We're blowing up. So once again, I am the Pharaoh. My partner up here, Hacksaw D. And you are watching, or you have just witnessed,